Well, I mean, all I can say for now is that we are coming in from the southeast and going all the way up through Georgia Pool. So honestly, Joro, there are quite a few different options for where we can drop, but I would love to see a Lipov ending, just because they never happen.
Yeah, we haven't seen one of those in a while. 4 o'clock to 10 o'clock plane path to begin game number 2. If the circle just touches the plane path and goes north, I could see teams really struggling, ending between shooting range and Zaki, if I wanted to be really mean.
Yeah.
I suspect it's more, we're more likely to see something like Gatka and Everest, but if we wanted to be mean, I feel like we go north from here.
I do want to add to it that I've never ever casted like a proper full-on Sarky ending, and I feel like
like urban.
It's got like a proper. I mean, it would require an absurd first circle and then 3 hard shifts, but
yes,
technically, it's possible. So I just want to add that to it if there's any PUBG gods listening into what we're talking about. But of course, I'm not gonna get my hopes up, because I've been disappointed every cast in that regard for the last 4.5 years.
Yeah, we can cast a curse, but usually it's only when we don't want to, unfortunately. So,
True.
64 players and all 16 teams in the lobby now for game number 2. Remember, you will be seeing 5 games today. And after all of that talk and hype and excitement, it looks like this circle is fairly ordinary from a team's point of view. Oh, that is absolutely horrible. And Slippy Zerg lives to fight another day. Unfortunately, getting caught out from behind by Batulins, but he does have a little bit of wiggle room to heal. Blue closing the door, helping him out a little bit with that cover, but Batulins is not far. That's Slippy Zerg down and out.
This is one of those where let's hold thought for a second as we see here Navi and RTG going up close to one another, because there's a good point to be made with NLT losing a player there. It's just one of those. I mean, NLT, a lot of their strat goes on wanting to have 4. I mean, obviously every team wants to have 4 alive late game, but the reason that they play so slow, so smart in the early game is because they really want to have 4 alive in the late game. They know how dangerous they are when they have that. And I don't want to say it's a mistake, because it's just incredibly unfortunate coincidence that the molly gets exploded by the nade there, but that's just really something you don't want to see happen. In the meantime, QB finds 2 in the drive-by, Nail Up finds 1 as well. Skate getting killed by vehicles, but it's going to be the people in the cars taking them out. And in a matter of a split second, Entropiq drives on by and takes down the entirety of Skate. In the meantime, Tuster takes down BNR, trying to do the exact same thing.
This is what happens when you get 4 or 5 teams wanting to take somewhere prio, center of circle, as quickly as possible. All of these teams think they're fast enough to get there first. There are bound to be disagreements. Sakura's Ensign and Ents now controlling this compound. Just 1 from Sakura's Ensign inside, but the rest of them on the outside. In the meanwhile, we've got FaZe Clan and Gustav managing to get Apocalypse here. Let's see if Metabay can come back. They can't. Regnum Kaya eliminated in 15th, but it is not the end of the story for FaZe Clan, because they're getting third-partied. It's Entropiq with more kills.
Was the one inside the compound before has commenced as they try to make their way on forward and get inside the compound, take the fight to ends. Salik here is continuing to do damage over in the side of Navi. Fex in the meantime finds a double. Solid shoot from him. Takes out the entirety.
Oh no.
The pusher was coming towards house. Only Tuster left alive, and somehow actually Salik, despite being a solo player,
Gustav spots example, and that's useful because Fex is coming in on the ground. He's going to know the nearest player to you is down. You can focus on the 2 behind the rock. Those are the comms that FaZe Clan will be mentioning right now. Na'Vi are in a world of trouble because they have to move a very long way to make it into circle. The rest of Na'Vi, though, very close to Lyran here. And I think Lyran knows that they're there. I'm not sure Na'Vi has spotted them. So this could be an excellent opportunity. He has to get the first knock. Okay, he doesn't. Someone else gets it, and that actually helps him just as much. Manages to pick up Quizzy, and that is Na'Vi eliminated in 12th. Well played by Footballist. And now Northern Lights continuing this fight in and around Chopsticks. We've got Salty down, Nixie on the other side. Fantastic nade to start things off, and that's exactly the entry point that Northern Lights needed to try and eliminate Sakura's Ents. And Ents now wants a piece of the puzzle as well. If Northern Lights can heal up, they're in a great place to gatekeep Ents.
Have to make a rotation, and either you crash into BPL or you make your way all the way up into the forest. There's really no other way. Fex finds 1, finds 2 with a second. Oh my lord. Howl torn to pieces as they made that rotation on through, and Vex showing them exactly how it's done.
Heroic now very, very far. Well, I say far. It's far for phase 5 at least. flirting with the blue there as they move out. Hibako manages to get a little bit of damage done, and here comes the rest of the squad non-stop shooting. That car's going out in the blue. T-Bow's not going to have a good time. Everyone else is already dead, and he has to find a way to crawl into circle. This rotation started out as being really smart on paper, but it's fast becoming a nightmare for the heroic boys.
Yeah, not a whole lot of places for T-Bone to go from here now. They're well aware there's a team there. Let's see in the meantime. Takes two, tries to push on forward. Perfectix there, ready and waiting. Nuki will find him though in return. So damage coming in both ways. Patulans and Lou trying to hold off on their own. But this ain't gonna be an easy one. They have teams up close, and they also have PPL trying to do damage from afar. Rustin Martin mollied while knocked, so he's gonna be falling down in the second. Patulans now gets Nuki tagged up with a molly as well, and that's going to be ends out in 10th.
Nicely done there by Batulans. Knew exactly where Nuki was. Chucked the Molotov. Instantly had the gun ready. Absolutely no problems whatsoever. Football is eliminated just outside of the placement points. Frustratingly, FaZe Clan managed to get that, but getting knocked in turn by Vard, who finishes him off with a headshot.
Are they gonna deny?
I think they might have to. I think they're denying and maybe pooling meds to see how long they can survive, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, they're still 25 alive. They're not giving this away. I mean, it's a 30-game tournament. You know how much those 1 or 2 points can make of a difference. They're not going to give this away. 24 alive. I mean, probably hoping for better than 8, but that's what it's going to be. Should they go down now? Nope, 7th, but obviously that's not going to change anything in terms of placement points. Only going to amount to 1, unless if Batulans can out-heal T-Bone here. Well, at least for now, he's inside the circle only for the next couple of seconds, though, because it's already started closing on in, and there's 3 PBL players who are still holding angles here. Now T-Bone as well, gonna be spotted on the edge of the circle. Let's see if the run for the buddy was worth it. For Batulans, it will be, as he nets himself 1 more placement point.
Gets it, and look, all of that effort was for that extra point. Northern Lights eliminated in 6th place.
Is that Team Rage and Thunder starts fighting, which could potentially allow for them to make the push on forward. But as you can see here, there's nowhere they can peek from where they aren't immediately shot at. Oh, as I say that, though.
Oh, Micah just moving back a little bit, but unfortunately 2 of the team are already down. Team Rage here shooting uphill from the from that little dip that they're in. Honestly, that was quite difficult to get that double kill there. It's now only Micah and Double left. What can Thunder do? Team Rage, they also need to consolidate. They need to try and get some reses. They're actually quite lucky that there isn't a third party taking a look at where they are in that ball.
I did not expect for there to be a Thunder going down that fast and that one double. But the circle is now going to force him to make the run on forward. And the issue is all the smokes that he had before are now gone.
Exactly, and he's going to be in a position where it's like, now you know what it felt like to be Batulans, because that, unfortunately, puts him between a rock and a hard place, and Evas will clean that up. BBL Esports in 5th. We now start to see Team Liquid aggress in. That knock onto Muka is important. We could end up seeing them aggress onto this double, hiding there and allowing Laza to pick up the third party.
Team Rage, they won the previous game. Now they make top 3 again. Liquid are here once more as well, and Entropiq peeking on over. Half-Scopers on the other side. He will find 1, but they will go down in the end of it. Liquid getting a bit of a chance once more to get themselves a chicken dinner within the first couple of games. Vard keeps on over.
Getting the first knock is going to be so important here. Jeems coming within a hair's breadth of getting Nail up. Actually bodies him. That could have been a neck shot. I'm not sure. To start things off, gets spotted on the off angle from QB, but it's going to be Vard who gets the first knock onto Evas. Now, this doesn't mean Liquid can collapse. They have to be careful. It's now a 3v3. Vard gets return knocked himself by Lucarux, and that's exactly what they wanted to avoid. Liquid now need to find a way to consolidate this position.
Once again inside the vehicle. Mix is going to go down here as well. 3v1 Liquid. Just can't seem to close it on out in the end. This one, obviously, not exactly working in their favor. 14 kills. Make that 15, 16 kills in total for Entropiq here in game number 226.
All my life I want money and power. Respect my mind, no die from last shot. I pray my dick get big as the Eiffel Tower, so I can fuck the world for 72 hours.